Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're tuning in from around the globe. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the Trillion Dollar Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. Yes, the market is open. It is April 14th, 2026. Wow, I'm running late. I'll do better tomorrow. I'm running 2 shows every day. We did the pre-market briefing already. This is the live market open show where I break down price action, momentum, and execution. Man, let's just get into price because I'm already running late. So here we are. The markets are looking great anyway. Let's start with SPY. This thing been running, y'all. SPY is currently up 0.25% at 688.11. QQQ been running for the past 9 days, y'all. 9 sessions to the upside, y'all. It looks like the money is flowing back into tech. It was a tough February and March, but look how the money has rotated back into tech because the market ain't nothing without tech, y'all. Excuse me. Alright, QQQ is up 0.68% at 621.66. We got the VIX under 20, y'all. The VIX is at 18.3. Let's get it. NVIDIA. Look at NVIDIA. The king is back. Oh, let's go on a daily. Oh, nice gap up right there. Okay, so technically, as far as market structure, NVIDIA got to break this. You got to break this 197.65. It's the previous higher high. So once it gets over that, it looks like it's heading there. And we got a little resistance here. 194.30, 194.50, 195.50. But yeah, NVIDIA's looking very strong right now. All right, NVIDIA's up 1.5% at 192.15. Tesla is up over 2% at 359.91. Apple is up 0.25% at 260. Google is up 1.15% at 324.94. Microsoft is up 2%. It looks like it wants to get back over 400, y'all. Remember that thing was underneath the 1,000 SMA? That was crazy. But it's back. Microsoft been running. Y'all. Alright, next we got Amazon. Amazon is up 2.38%. 245.44 is looking very strong right now. Broke through this weekly level with a lot of volume. TSM is up 1.7% to 375.80. Meta is up 1.5%, 644.26. AVGO. Look at that fall in recovery at the end of the pre-market. It's down 0.25% at 379.90. And brk.b is down almost 0.5% at 478.37. Alright, this is our HR display. Top left hand corner, we got NVIDIA. To the right, Apple, Google, and Microsoft. Underneath NVIDIA, we got Amazon. To the right, we got TSM, AVGO, and Meta Platforms. All right, now that I ran them numbers, let me run a mantra. Actually, so we did have a PPI report. Came in cooler than expected. So that's a plus. Oracle was up 13%. Intel was up 4%. Damn, Intel been running crazy ever since Trump made that government investment in Intel. Can you believe that? Damn. Remember you called that, bro. You was like, should we invest in Intel? Now that the government is getting behind it, man. The best answer was yes, because that thing ran crazy. Alright. Let me go ahead and run these. Let me run the mantra. Give me a second, y'all. Oh, man. I did not click on this. Oh, my goodness. My bad, y'all. Y'all just been looking at the intro. See, you know I'm tired, man. Damn. But at least the audio was there for those that don't look at the screen. But yeah, let me go ahead and read the mantra right quick. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. You know, sometimes we have technical difficulties. $1 trillion ticker family legacy mantra. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I'm building for me and my family. Riches and freedom, they come to our hands. I am the master of all I command. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design. I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable. I am skilled. I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. All right, let's get into Robert Greene's daily law and then how it applies to long-term investing and also active trading. Robert Greene's daily law for April 14th, 2026. View the world as a vast, interconnected palace. Power depends on social interaction and circulation. Place yourself at the center of things. Make yourself more accessible and mingle in the rooms of the palace so no hunter can fix his aim on you. Isolation is a fortress that exposes you to more danger than it protects you from, cutting you off from vital information. To be truly powerful, you must remain mobile and permeable, floating between different circles to ensure no enemy can isolate you or keep secrets from you. By never settling in one place and staying on the move, you become a swift-moving creature that no hunter can fix their aim upon. In long-term investing, isolation is a mistake of only watching one sector while ignoring the vast interconnected palace of the global economy. When Oracle jumps 13% on the AI platform, it validates the entire tech ecosystem, affecting everything from energy demand to cloud infrastructure. You must be mobile enough to recognize that the reputation of the semiconductor sector protects your broader index holdings. Fulfilling your life's task means staying at the center of the flow, understanding how diplomatic progress in Islamabad affects the oil prices in your energy ETFs. If you fall into a fortress mentality You stop tracking the rotation, you become an easy target for the next market shift. Active traders fail when they lock themselves into one room of the palace, like only trading the SPY while ignoring the Oracle breakout or the PPI beat. To survive the open, you must be a swift-moving creature that mingles between the 1-minute chart and the latest geopolitics. Trump is currently moving through rooms of the palace, using both the Navy blockade and the peace talks to keep his enemies and the market from fixing their aim. As a trader, you stay safe, not by settling in a biased position. You must be permeable to the 9-session streak on the NASDAQ while watching for trend exhaustion. If you stay at the center of action without getting trapped, you remain the master of your command. PPI is cool, AI is hot, the palace is moving. Stay patient, stay disciplined. Execution over emotion, process over prediction. Alright. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Let's check out the market caps, y'all. They should be moving up very nicely. NVIDIA, the most valuable company in the world. Oh, let me get this off the screen. NVIDIA, the most valuable company in the world, 4.465 trillion. Followed by Google, 3.9 trillion. Apple, 3.84 trillion. Microsoft, 2.92 trillion. When will Microsoft make it back to the $3 trillion club? Amazon, 2.64 trillion. TSM, 1.94 trillion. AVGO, 1.79 trillion. Meta, 1.63 trillion. Tesla, 1.34 trillion. brk.b, 1.03 trillion, y'all. Let's check out the fear and greed index, see what we got. 43, y'all. It's almost in neutral. We still in fear, but it's almost in neutral. We are at 43 on the fear and greed index. SPY looking strong. Broke the pre-market high and looks very strong moving up. Let's get it, y'all. Let's check some of these other tickers we like to look at on the show. SPX. This is a 10-minute chart, by the way. SPX is up 0.5% at 6,920. The NASDAQ 100 is up over 0.5% at 25,586. The Dow Jones is up over 0.25% at 48,398 and counting. Excuse me. The Dow Jones ETF is up over 0.25% at 483.96. Let's make it 484. The VIX is at 1827. 10-year Treasury yield note is at 4.3. Gold is up 1% at 4,791. The Gold Mini Shares Trust is up 1% at 94.82. Silver is up 3.5% at 70.61. The Copper Miners ETF is up over 1.5% at 86.22. AMD is up 0.5% at 248. Bitcoin is at 75,000, y'all. We ain't seen it there for a while. 75,279. IBIT is at 4270. Ethereum is at 2,394. It's trying to hit 2,400, y'all. BMNR is up 6.5% at 2295. Palantir is up 3.5% at 137, y'all. Robinhood is up 9%, y'all. All right, let's check out the sectors. Energy's down almost 2%. Technology's up almost 1%. Financials is barely under break even. Consumer discretionary is up 1.5%. Communications is up 0.75%. Healthcare is up 0.25%. Consumer staples is down 0.5%. Utilities is down 0.5%. Industrials is barely over break even. Materials is down fractionally. And the real estate sector ETF is barely over break even. Let's check out some of these other ETFs we like to check out on the show. Everything green on this watch list. We got IWM is up 0.75%. SPYM is up over 0.5%. QQQM, look at it. It's over the first day of the year price for the first time in a long time. Many months, it seems like. SPYG is headed back toward the opening price of the year. SOXQ is up fractionally. TQQs is up over 2.25%. SOXL looked like it hit all-time highs yesterday. It did. I remember I got that notification. Oh, it hit all-time highs. SOXL hit all-time highs, y'all. And you know if that happened, SOXX hit all-time highs, y'all. XLG it's up almost 1% at 57.99. The IVES 30 is up 2%. SPYI is up 0.35%. QQQI is up 0.5%, 52.60. All right, let's check out the heat map. Gotta refresh that. Oh, how we looking? How we looking? There's a lot of green in tech. There's a lot of red in energy. A lot of red in producing manufacturing. A lot of red in utilities and communications and industrials. The banks. We got a lot of gray in the banks. We got a little green and red. We got a lot of mix in the financial sector. Got a lot of gray in tech too. But a lot of green in tech too. Alright. Now let's check out some news. So we got we did that yesterday. I thought this was interesting. Check this out, y'all. This don't got nothing to do with the stock market in particular, but this says some financial stuff.
This is not.
My rent in Dallas was $4,200 a month, and now here in Vietnam, I pay $520 a month.
All of this, $520.
Yes, $520.
That's crazy.
Hi, I'm Demi. I moved to Vietnam from Dallas, Texas 3 months ago. All right, and I'm going to show you guys our apartment.
All right. This is nice.
Thank you.
It's nice and clean.
$40 a month
2-bedroom, 2-bath for $520 a month.
Okay, show me around. Show me around. Yeah.
Usually we'll take our shoes off, but it's okay for today.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Our little dining area, not too much. This is the living room, the couch, all of the furniture came with the apartment. So, and then our kitchen. So kitchens in Vietnam do not come with an oven like 99% of the time. So we lucked out by getting an oven here. This is the secondary bedroom.
With a beautiful view.
It's better at night. The view at night is amazing.
So what's your monthly expenses here in Vietnam?
It's about $900 per month.
Y'all living good for the low. I might have to make that move for sure. 900 is crazy.
Now we're gonna look at the primary bedroom and bathroom. We have the little Japanese toilet where it opens on its own.
What does the everyday life in Vietnam look like for Demi?
I get a lot of rest, clean, laundry. I just started my YouTube channel. We'll go to lunch, go to dinner.
And you're living like way better.
Yeah, better food, better quality of life.
Damn. $900 total bills. $520 a month with that view is just phenomenal, y'all. Talking about retirement type shit. All right, next.
You obviously know Elon Musk well, being his biographer. How?
Let me turn this up a little bit.
Key do you think this was to him? The idea that OpenAI went to a for-profit, or is trying to switch to a for-profit from a nonprofit that he helped fund, thinking it was going to be a nonprofit.
You know, in the book I wrote, there's some wonderful scenes of Elon Musk and Sam Altman meeting early on, deciding to start OpenAI because they're afraid that AI could be dominated, say, by Google, and they wanted an AI that was open and that had open, source, but was also a nonprofit. And Sam Altman changed that structure. And Elon Musk, when he gets angry, he can get really angry. And I just watched his face as he went into what we sometimes call demon mode every time he talked about how he felt betrayed by Sam Altman.
So this is deeply personal and deeply structural, as you just said, and it's not going to go away anytime soon or nicely. This is not one that's going to get settled outside of the courts.
Right, I don't think so, because I actually do think it's not something we can say, okay, it's a little bit of money here or there. Let's, let's divvy up the proceeds and then go home.
Elon trying to sue Sam Altman, y'all, because they started OpenAI together, and now it's supposed to be a nonprofit, but now it's for profit. Oh, this is so crazy right here, y'all. This is Chinese car maker BYD.
开始。哦，真是。开工的。开始。哦，颜色都牛逼了呀，老天爷！还带声音，还带音效啊。展超模式下充电视频。
咱一人发个抖音嘛，说不定还能火嘞。
这上面也显示充电中。啊，不是那个，这个动画。呀，这声音听着可，
听着都可快是吧？
听着都可快，对。
这都充20%了，是啊，我操，真行！
你看几十秒充了100度电。
先不买吧，
咱家考家了，买了纸嘞。哎呀，就买这，我说
买这开专车去吧。
哎呀，
你先买，你不怕没人开？
哎呀，全款买。
送奥特。
That's pretty dope, man. Tesla, step it up. A lot of competition. Oh yeah, so this happened a couple days ago, but speaking of Sam Altman and OpenAI, somebody shot at his house. And then a few days before that, somebody threw a Molotov cocktail at his house. They are mad at Sam Altman, y'all. That is crazy. Let's see if anybody goes to jail. All right, next we got Ian Dunlap. He said, high returns, low expenses, low overhead, and owning 80% of your day is the blueprint. Makes sense, makes sense. Next, check it out. Amazon has expanded its car sales business to include cars from brands like Chevy, Jeep, Kia, Mazda, and Subaru. As you can see, Amazon Autos, you can buy a 2026 Chevy Corvette Stingray Coupe LT1 for $75,000 if you want to. And you can finance it for $1,500 a month. Ooh, they selling cars on Amazon, y'all. That is crazy. Especially $75,000 worth. Alright. Let's see. This is from CEO of Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs delivered very strong performance for our shareholders this quarter, even as market conditions became more volatile. Our clients continue to depend on us for high-quality execution and insights amid the broader uncertainty, and we remain confident in how we've positioned our businesses. The geopolitical landscape remains very complex, so disciplined risk management must remain core to how we operate. Yeah, they did great. Let's actually see how they are moving now that the market's been open for almost 30 minutes. Goldman Sachs, they had earnings yesterday. As you can see, closed higher yesterday and it's moving higher today. Let's check out these banks. JP Morgan right here. BlackRock is moving to the upside. Citi, not much. Wells Fargo still dropping. Johnson & Johnson looking pretty strong so far for today. Alright. I thought this was interesting. Trump said this yesterday. You want to see the stock market go down? Let a couple nuclear bombs be dropped on us, or frankly, any place else, and you'll see a stock market that goes down. So the stock market has not gone very much at all. It's gone down a little bit, much less than I thought. Shit. That shit went down in February and March. Maybe you wasn't looking at it. That shit has recovered very nicely now. But shit, that shit was getting clapped, boy. What you talking about? Oh man, this man Trump, look what he said he finna do in Miami.
Donald Trump posted this promotional video on his Truth Social account. It's how he unveiled plans for a Donald J. Trump presidential library that he's hoping to build in Miami. The AI-heavy video runs for almost 2 minutes, and it shows designs for a gilded lobby built around a decommissioned Air Force One. Other highlights include an auditorium featuring a giant gold statue of Trump, a replica of the Oval Office, and a version of the new White House ballroom. We took a look at documents for the proposed library that were filed with the US Tax Authority, the IRS. They revealed that a tax-exempt foundation has been set up to raise almost $1 billion for the project by the end of 2027, and also that annual costs for the project are expected to rise from just under $7 million last year to over $500 million next. Some of the funding for the library is coming from Trump's lawsuits against media companies. Last year, Meta sent about $22 million to the fund. The social media giant settled a suit over its suspension of the president's Facebook account after the January 6, 2021 attack on the Capitol. And there have been other multi-million-dollar settlements from ABC and Paramount. One of Trump's sons, Eric, is the president of the Trump Library Foundation. He and his spokesperson didn't respond to requests for comment, and neither did the Miami-based architects behind the project. Project are expected to rise from just under $7 million last year to over $500 million next.
From $7 million last year to over $500 million. Bro, what the heck? That is... Oh yeah, it's just a little $7 million project. He said last year. This year he talking about, man, $500 million, bro. Oh yeah, remember I was talking about Intel earlier? This came out yesterday. Intel has risen 53% in the last 9 trading days. Now up over 200% since the Trump administration purchased at $20.47. Damn. They had that Nvidia investment as well, too. Trump probably made Nvidia invest in them. But it was a good idea anyway, just so they can't get no monopoly charges. That's why they invested in so many different companies. But yeah, that's crazy, man. Alright. Wallow. Dedication is long-term loyalty to your goals. Shout out Wallow 267. Oh man, this is crazy. So this was talking about the blackout, the internet blackout in Iran. So Iran's ongoing near total internet shutdown is on its 46th day as of today. It began in late February as the U.S.-Israel military strikes, reducing global connectivity to about 1% of the normal levels and leaving only state-controlled national information networks for limited domestic access. This marks the longest nationwide internet disruption recorded anywhere, ever, compounding earlier January restrictions during protests and severely impacting business, education, communication, and access to external information. Bro, imagine being without internet for 46 days, bud. Well, I think like the first days would be the hardest. Like the first week. And then probably by the time you get to 14 days, you're like, all right, well, I guess we ain't got no internet. And then definitely by 30 days, you're like, well, I guess we're back to life with no internet. But yeah, it will be devastating though. Like, if that shit happened in America, people would be committing suicide for sure. Cause some people be on the internet, shit, 8 hours a day. I mean, I be on the internet for hours every day. Not 8, but I can't imagine not having internet. Damn, I wouldn't be able to do this show. Nah, shout out Iran, man. That ain't even funny. That's crazy. I couldn't imagine. All right, next. Novo Nordisk announced today it is partnering with OpenAI to deploy AI across its business, from drug discovery to manufacturing and commercial operations. Okay, got that Novo Nordisk OpenAI collaboration. All right, since we had a lot of bank earnings, let's see the largest banks. JP Morgan, followed by Bank of America, Citibank, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley. Everything else has under $1 trillion in assets under management. So, this is total assets. Yeah, everything else has under $1 trillion, so I'm not gonna name those. But that's the top 6 right there, y'all. All right, one more. Shout out Zay. We ain't heard from Zay in a while. He said Amazon is well on its way to becoming a $3 trillion company by the end of this year. All right. Let's run the numbers. See how we doing. SPY still looking strong, y'all. SPY's up over 0.5%. QQQ is up 0.75%. It's looking like it's trying to break this weekly level, y'all. If it can hold this weekly level and close above that, that would be great. The VIX is at 1810 now. Nvidia is pulling back, but it's still up 1.32%. Tesla's up 1.25%, 1.75%. Apple is up 0.25%. Google's up almost 2%. Google looking very strong. It is running into some resistance up here. Microsoft, it's up almost 2%. Amazon is up 2.5%. Very strong candle out the gate. Very strong candle out the gate. TSM is up 1.5%. Meta looking very strong. It's up almost 2.5%. Trying to get back to 650. Oh, it did earlier today. ABGO is down almost 0.25%, and brk.b is barely in a break even. All right. I know this wasn't like a regular show. Started the show late. I didn't really sleep that good, so that's why I didn't really have time to get the news or anything. I was just checking out the news that I got yesterday and preparing for the show today. But that's what happened. Tomorrow, I will have enough sleep, so I'll be fully prepared for a regular show. Thank y'all for tuning in. You know how we like to end the show. Instagram motivation.
At the end of every day, you look yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself, did I get better today? If the answer is yes, and you do that for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, how much better are you going to be? Are you getting better every single day? That's the question. And it's just taking small steps. You don't try to get it all done in one day, in 1 week, in 1 year. It's the process of getting better every day and doing that for a period of years that then create the masterpiece.
Then create the masterpiece. That's what he was about to say.
Chase money. Why? Because
Hold on.
chase excellence, never chase money. Why? Because money has an incredible way of finding excellence. Did you chase excellence and not money? Do you have the intellectual curiosity to learn everything you can about this incredible industry and master it? Become the smartest person in the room. Have you mastered it?
Shout out Dr. George Frazier. You know how we like to end the show. The marathon continues.
And there's gonna be, it don't happen overnight. And there's gonna be moments when it's really, really frustrating. And there's gonna be moments when it's really, really inspiring and empowering. And if you get too high off the highs and too low off the lows, you're gonna take yourself on a ride that's very uncomfortable. I think it's just about being committed to the work and appreciating it, when it's good and not stressing too bad when it's bad, just appreciating the work and staying focused on showing up every day.
And that's what we do here at the $1 Trillion Tickets broadcast. We show up every day. I'm your host, Matt Riches. We back to normal tomorrow. Appreciate y'all, man. Every show ain't gonna be the greatest. But shit, we still showed up. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna score 30 every show. Sometimes we just go 10 and 10. You feel me? Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom.